Again. So this is the update, right? About the analysis that we had yesterday, right, on gold. So now to break it down, basically what we had, we said that this is what we had. So we were like, okay, sharp. The market the market the market dropped, right? So basically the market dropped, right, advancing towards the downside, right? So immediately after that, the market then advanced towards the upside, came back toward advancing towards the upside, giving us this break of structure towards the upside, right? And then from there we were like, okay, sharp, but since that's the case, we are looking for this leg to be mitigated, right? Because that entire part, this entire part was a completion of our D leg, right? Because if you count our wave, that will be your A, that will be your B, and then that will be your C, and then that will be the completion of your D leg, right? Now with that in mind, we carve that, okay, sharp, but now the market has formed new legs, right? So that becomes your A B, right? So we're looking for the market to complete our C, to go complete our D leg, right? So that's what we were anticipating, or that's what we were looking forward to, right? And then in that we were like, I bet let us see how the market behaves. And then we're like, okay, sharp, we're going to concentrate on the 4 hour OB, or the 4 hour order block, right? And I want to show you something on a lower time frame. I think this might not as work this might not work as what we anticipated. It might not advance towards the upside, but at the end of the day, this is the forex market, right? We are not in control. But the thing is, I'm seeing the market surging toward further down, right, to come and sweep that, to come and sweep this liquidity, right? But for now, we'll just be mindful and see how the market is currently behaving and so forth, right? So now let's look into like what you call this, let's look into like this part, this trade. So we did analyze it, right? I think the video is uploaded on YouTube, right? So we did analyze this, right? So we're like, I bet we're going to look into the 30-minute OB, or the 30-minute POI, which is this area of interest right there, right? So the market did advance towards the downside, give us a break of structure towards the downside, which is like a fractal, break of structure towards the downside. And then the market then advanced further towards the upside, and then came back down, creating liquidity, leaving liquidity towards the upside, knowing that immediately after this market sweeps this liquidity, the money that we are needing, the money that we need to advance towards the downside is all that we need. So immediately after the market swept this highs, that's when I was like, okay, sharp, I think it's time to take this sales towards the downside. And then we took these sales towards the downside, right? We took these sales towards the downside. And then what had happened, this is what had happened. The market then mitigated, right? The market then mitigated here, right? Remember, it's never a straight way to the top, right? So now if you know your waves, you know that this is just the breather of like your BC leg to go complete the D leg. So every single time we want the completion of a D leg before the market advances towards the upside. Why do we need a completion of the D leg? Because our C leg, that's where we want to see the market change character. That's where we want to see the market change order flow. So for example, if the market decides to advance towards the upside, right, I'd want to see this high being taken out, and then from there any form of mitigation towards the upside, that's when I'm gonna be like, okay, sharp, now this market is done completing the D leg, right? So now we are trading on the CD leg, right? So now I want to see where the market is headed, right? Because we are trading in our POI, right? We are trading in our POI, right? So we're almost there, and we're almost about to hit take profit on our second trade. So we just want to see, I just want to see how the market behaves, right? I just want to see how the market behaves and so forth. So I'm really interested in seeing how the market behaves here, right? So that I might take any form of decision, whether we might take the buy towards the upside, or if the market it just wants to continue trading towards the downside. Doesn't make sense. So the goal is just to adjust with it and see what it is actually telling us, to see what it is that it is actually telling us, right? Because I'm seeing the market trying to sweep this liquidity here, right? I'm trying to see that, I'm seeing the market sweeping that liquidity, right? like for it to actually try and sweep it, and then from there any form of change in order flow that we get here, then we might take the buys towards the upside. So that's what I am looking at, right? Because we do have liquidity that is resting upon this area of interest right there, and in due time it will be swept, right? So for now it is for us to actually look at it really close, really close, and see how the market actually behaves where it is right now, right? It is just to see how the market behaves here. Doesn't make sense. So it is just to see how the market behaves here. So there's no clear change in order flow here. It's just probably just the market calling more buyers to come into the market so that they can liquidate them, right? So that they can take them out, right? So that's why that's why it's really important to just be patient and see how the market actually behaves, and see how the market actually behaves. But overall, man, it was a very beautiful trade. Overall, it was a very beautiful trade. The goal is just to wait and see how the market actually behaves, advancing towards the downside and so forth, right? So we did get a break, and then now the market is looking to actually sell towards the downside. So I'm actually still anticipating to see how the market behaves, but it's really interesting. I don't want to lie, it's really interesting. It's kind of interesting. It's kind of really interesting. It's kind of really interesting. So for now, it is for us to just chill back and sit back and see how the market reacts. So I just want to see how the DXY reacted to that move right there, after we analyzed it, yesterday. Just want to see. Okay, it's almost still in the same place, still ranging in the same place. Nothing has really changed, right? Nothing has really changed. um Nothing has really changed. It's just the market like sweeping, um volume imbalance. So there's like volume imbalance here, which it created again. uh there's also volume imbalance here, right? There's also volume imbalance right there. So this candlestick came back, swept a bit, and then advanced again towards the upside. See, what I want to see is a full candle closure to fill in that volume imbalance right there, right? So this was caused by high volatility in the market. So that's why we see those many wicks that are like that and scattered like that, right? So nothing has changed really. um Nasdaq, I haven't been actually looking and paying attention to it. I'm still waiting for the market to actually shift structure. So this is what I had for now, but it my what you call this, my thing is changed. um my my bias changed. Right? Because I saw the market sweeping this liquidity. So I saw the market sweeping this liquidity, right? So immediately after it swept that liquidity, right? So let us call that an internal structure change in order flow, right? So immediately after it swept that liquidity, what happened was the market advanced towards the upside, right? And then we can carve that this is we can take this as a POI, of course, right? So as our order block. So that's what I wanted to see. I wanted to see the market actually advance towards the upside here, right? And then we carve that there's liquidity that is resting upon that area of interest right there, right? So there's liquidity that is resting upon that interest right there, and then of course there's also liquidity that is resting here, right? And we also have a fair value gap that is resting upon that area of interest right there. You peep it. So it might make sense, right? But now for it to actually change and advance towards the upside, it's gonna take so much, bro. It's gonna take so much. So we want to see the market advance towards the upside, sweep this high, come back, mitigate, and then advance towards the upside before actually being like, okay, sharp, you know what, this market is actually advancing towards the upside. But currently I'm still kind of bearish as well, right? So the goal is just to wait and see and be patient and see how the market behaves, right? Because if that's the case, we want to look for bullish movements towards the upside. We would want to see the market sweep that high there. So we would want to see the market sweep that high, right? So you'd want to see that market sweep that high. So we want to see the market come back, sweep that high, right? Come back, mitigate, and then that's when we might actually attempt to take the trade towards the upside. But since that's the case and this market is still moving down, man, like this is still bearish movement. So my bias has totally changed. My bias has totally changed, right? So the goal is just to wait and see how the market. Oh, it's definitely going down. So it's the goal is just to see where the market is going, right? And just wait for it to actually give us a solid structure towards the upside so that we can take advantage of it, right? Because how it is trading right now is kind of choppy at the same time, right? Same as the US30, right? Same as the Dow Jones, right? So we did get a couple of trades, yes, but they were not as effective as like I want them to be, right? Like the way I trade what you call this the way I trade uh what's this Dow Jones, it's not what I was anticipating or what I was looking for. You peep it. So I was waiting for the market to actually tap into this area of interest right there when it was here, right? Before it gave me like before it gave me this, before it gave me that, before it gave me this weakness right here, right? Before it gave me that weakness. So the goal was to see this market actually advance towards the upside, right? It's to see how the market advance towards the upside, tap into that any form of change in order flow. Then I would have been comfortable in taking the sell towards the downside, but my plan didn't work as planned, right? It's a game of probability. It happens, right? And then the market surged towards the downside, right? And then came back down, forming this weakness right there, right? So and then the market advanced towards the downside, came back, became choppy a bit here, telling us that I need more liquidity, forming liquidity. Came back, swept that entire liquidity right towards the upside, and then immediately after sweeping that liquidity, it came back. Now it is looking to mitigate that advancement towards the upside. Doesn't make sense. So it also left a fair value gap that is resting upon that area of interest right there, and liquidity that is also resting upon that interest, upon that area right there, right? So the goal is just to see how the market behaves, right? So I want to see the market advance towards the upside. If we do get a change in order flow, then for sure we might take the buy towards the upside, right? To go collect all that liquidity that was left on the left hand side, right? To come and probably attempt this area of interest right there, right? But if it doesn't happen, it didn't happen, man. The goal is just to keep showing up and seeing how the market is behaving right now, right? So yeah, remember, there's no right or wrong strategy, man. It just means that the people who are seeing the market the way you are seeing the market are not yet into the market. So that's why it's really important to be patient with the market, and until your setup avails itself, right? And then when it does, don't hesitate. Kill, kill, press buttons. We press buttons. That's the goal. That's the goal. That's the goal. We have to press buttons. That's the goal. We have to press buttons. You peep it. You have to press buttons. So that's liquidity right there. We have a fair value gap on your left hand side, so the market might just dump towards the downside. So the goal is just to wait and be patient. You peep it. The goal is just to wait and be patient. I think I have something on currencies. I think it's the GU. I have something on the GBP USD. I think I'm gonna trade currencies only using my funded account. Yeah, so I think I'm going to only trade currencies using my funded account. Where did I see that trade? Okay, why is it not visible anymore? Okay, I think it changed, bro. Wait, let me check my phone. I think it changed, bro. Oh, it's about to open actually. Let me see. Nah, this thing is going down. Let me close it. Yeah, no, it's going down. Okay, no, I think I see. I think it's because I analyzed with my phone. I didn't see properly. But yeah, when I look at it now, I'm seeing something totally different. I'm seeing something totally different. So what I saw was this movement. So swing high, swing low, swing high, swing low, swing high. Right. So the market has been bullish. We peep it. So the market gave us a break of structure here. The market gave us a sweep of liquidity right there. Right. So I was like, I bet since that's the case, and since all those lows were being respected, this might also be respected, right? So we might probably look for bullish movements towards the upside, right? So for me to be able to wait for the market to actually do that, we might have to we might have to go to a much more lower time frame to see how the market is behaving towards the upside. Oh, it's Those highs. Okay, this is so confusing. Nah, bro. What's going on? Okay, let's see how it closes here. Nah. Yeah, but yeah, let's see how it closes. Let's see how it closes there. Because I'm covering that it swept here. I'm covering that it swept there, so maybe it might attempt to advance towards the outside. Maybe it might. Maybe it might. Plus, this entire thing is weakness right there. That right there, that's weakness. That's weakness right there. Alright. So let's carve what it has for us. If it does, that will be very dope. I'll keep an eye on it. 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 But yeah, man. Yeah, yeah. That's all I have. Oil hurt us, man. Oil it hit the level go. Like yo, bro. Look, the analysis was so perfect. We just couldn't get an entry properly, right? Because we were looking for something really different. But nah, no, it killed us. Ah, nah, it killed us, bro. Nah, it killed us. No, Habibi killed us, bro. Yo, nah, Habibi killed us. No lie, no lie. Nah, it killed us. It killed us. It killed us. See, we, the funny thing is we predicted this thing before the war, boys. Before the war, boys. Now we're good. We really good analysts, man. We really good analysts. So the goal is just to learn how to take advantage and really kill people. But yeah, man. Without wasting any time, yeah, man. God is good. God is great. I hope you guys are good. Stay blessed. Stay showing up. Stay killing. Stay killing.